Hey church, welcome to Friday afternoon and to Hope Mail. Days are getting a little shorter at the moment. I don't know if you have noticed at all, especially in the mornings. It's getting darker so much later at the moment. Evenings aren't too bad with daylight savings still sort of doing its thing around us, but the mornings, boy, it's dark at the moment, 5:45, and it's still almost pitch black. But I guess we are heading into the autumn season and things will start to cool down a little bit, which will make my wife happy, and that's the season we'll find ourselves in. Don't forget, this weekend is church camp, and I know that our team has been preparing and praying into what will be a significant weekend for our entire church, for you and for those who come away. If you're coming away, for those who are staying at home, I believe that this weekend will be significant for all of us. I think families earmark significant events on their calendar so that they can be a blessing or bring blessing into their family. And this weekend for our family will be a significant weekend. We've earmarked it. We're believing God for great things. I referred on Sunday to our family that used to go camping at the Breakwall caravan park. I have this photo here that I referred to on Sunday. It's a photo of me and my mum and our chef and our tent. How is that tent? That is crazy that we used to stay in that thing. And it's in the Breakwall caravan park, and back in those days in the mid-60s, the Breakwall caravan park went all the way to the bottom of Murray Street. And so you can see there on the right hand side the brick building there. Now it's still there. It has a cafe in underneath it at the moment. The building on the left hand side, the fishing tackle shop, it's gone now. I think that's North Point where that is sitting these days. Thai restaurant there, I think. But you know, up in the other end of Murray Street today is our daughter Ria's Cafe Casualties. It used to be the old ambulance station up there in Murray Street, and then from the ambulance station you would come down. There'd be a trampoline, ground level trampolines and a few other things, I think, and then you'd come down, and that's our family at the bottom of Murray Street. You know, in the 60s we used to go to Port Macquarie almost every year. It was earmarked on our calendar as a significant event, and who would have thought that God had a plan for us in the 2000s to have our family represented up there in the top end of Murray Street with Ria's Cafe. God has a plan for us, and he brings it about. He executes it according to his good will, and I love it. So hope you enjoyed that photo. Coming up in the not too distant future, a couple of men's and women's events. I know Eden has the men gathering at his place next Friday night. I think it's 7 o'clock. We're going to worship together and build each other up, spur each other on. So if you're a man in our church, then you can see Eden for those details. And I know that the women are doing Colour Conference online this year. I think it's the 11th of March, and again at the McGregor's place. So if you see Sue, you can register, I think, for $79, and then the girls are going to gather and do that conference online this year. So that will be great. This year, as we run up to Easter, our theme across what is the Lent season, which I think runs from March the 2nd to April 14. And so across our Sundays in that season, we're going to capture the theme, enjoying grace. We're going to start into that theme this Sunday at camp, and then run it out through the run-up to Easter. We can enjoy grace because of what Jesus did on the cross. Life would be very sad if Jesus did not do what he did, but because he did what he did, came, died, rose again, we get to enjoy grace. I love that. I think it's amazing. And every small detail of what Jesus planned and purposed was carried out on the cross 2,000 years ago, and we get to celebrate it as we run up to Easter. In fact, when Jesus went into the city as he was preparing for what was to be the Passover and his journey up to the cross, he said to his disciples, go into the city, there you will meet a man carrying a pitcher of water, follow him. You know, it's those little details where Jesus wants us to be obedient to him. And so as we head into this Easter season, let's make a commitment ourselves. Let's make a new commitment ourselves to the smallest thing that Jesus tells us to do, that we hear him speak into our spirit. Let's be about that thing. It'll bless him and it will bless you. So that's Hope Mail for the weekend. I trust you have a beauty. Whatever you're doing, whether you're coming to camp, whether you're staying at home, trust you have a beauty. And we'll look forward to speaking to you again next Friday evening.